2 people have been killed and another 12 injured in a mass shooting during a house party near Bridgeton in New Jersey. The incident occurred just prior to midnight on Saturday the 22nd of May at a home located along East Commerce Street in the Fairfield Township in Cumberland County. It was a balmy night, and most of the partygoers were young adults who attended the 90s-themed birthday party. Witnesses say the trouble started when people from a neighbouring party showed up to the house with rapid gunfire quickly following. Among those dead are a 30-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman whose names have not yet been released, with one of the 12 injured in a critical condition. Officers were called to the site at around 11:50 p.m, where more than 100 people attended the function. So far, no arrests have been made, and the investigators are trying to piece together information around the motive of the attack. Injured victims were taken to a local hospital by medics, with a handful driving themselves for treatment. Footage of the aftermath of the shooting gives an indication of the chaos the gunfire caused, with upturned tables, knocked down marquees, and debris scattered across the property as people desperately tried fleeing the scene to safety. Cars lined the street and police searched the area around the home, including nearby woods and a cemetery. The authorities continue to investigate the matter, and more information will be released to the public in due course. The authorities are searching for a man who fired a gun at the New York Police Department officers outside a Boost Mobile store in the Bronx. The incident occurred around 6:20 p.m. on Wednesday the 19th of May, when 39-year-old Kelvin Peterkin got into an argument with employees at the East 174th West Farm store. He then pulled out a gun and began intimidating the workers. The authorities were contacted, and the responding officers came face to face with Kelvin outside the store. He put up his arms as if to surrender, but then he began shooting at the officers at close range. He shot at the officers and they returned fire, believing they hit him at least once in the arm. Around a dozen shots were exchanged. Kelvin fled the scene and ran into a nearby small independent grocery store, and then ran out again and hid beneath the parked car until the cops ran past. He then left his gun under the parked vehicle and ran into the building. The officers spent hours looking for him, but they couldn't find him. Investigators later recovered Kelvin's semi-automatic handgun he left behind. Neither officer was struck by gunfire, and it's believed that Kelvin hasn't sought medical attention. He's currently on the run and is described to be 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighing around about 200 pounds. 3 people were fatally shot and at least 8 others were wounded in a shooting at an Ohio bar. The incident occurred at the Torch Club Bar and Grill, located in Youngstown on Sunday morning on the 23rd of May. The police were contacted shortly after 2 a.m. after receiving reports of gunfire. First responders rendered first aid to the victims near the establishment. Those injured were transported to the St. Elizabeth Youngstown Hospital. At least one of the victims is said to be in a critical condition. It's reported that the shooting occurred outside the premises, but the incident stemmed from inside the business. The authorities found dozens of casings in front of the bar, as well as in the parking lot 2 doors down, where a house was struck by gunfire. The investigators said there was no one in custody, but they were talking to several individuals. They didn't mention how many weapons were used and only provided sparse details at this early stage of investigation. They mentioned that they were processing evidence from 2 shooting scenes near the bars as well as a traffic accident reported around the same time, but it's uncertain whether the accident had any relation to the shooting. No details of possible suspects have been released, and the motive of the attack is unclear at this point in time.